all the other cows are starting to come up now. Nope, nope. And the head gate is this front portion of this device. Come on, who wants to be a bull rider? Welcome to the ranch. Today I want to talk about a very important tool here on the ranch. So many times when we talk about large animals such as pigs and cows, we find ourselves trying to find the best way, the best method to control them. Well, this bad boy is one that you have to have. If you don't, I recommend that you find one. It'll save you money, it'll save you time, and it'll help you control those large animals that no matter how strong you are, you're not going to be able to have the power over them that you really need to put them in the position you need to control them. And that's what this is for. So, in this episode, what I want to do is I want to take you through the need of having one of these to show you how important this is, especially when you're dealing with big animals. We're going to get the bull in here as an example of how important this is because he's one of the largest that we have, but then we'll also get one of the calves in here because they are not real familiar with the chute. It's going to be unfamiliar territory for them. But the two different examples I give you, I will be able to show you how we can have control over them and how important it is for you to have this on your ranch. Let's take a look. The first part we want to look at here on the cattle chute is what they call the head gate. And the head gate is this front portion of this device. This part is really important because this is how we control the head of the cow. If you are having full control over the head, then the cow can't go anywhere. And so some people actually just have a head gate. This is less expensive to just have the head gate, which would be from basically this part forward, and the rest of it you wouldn't have. So if you have just a head gate, you can have a measure of control. But to have full control, you need the rest of it. At least that's my opinion. Some people do it without this altogether. I've done it without this altogether. But the ideal piece of equipment to have, the ideal tool to have full control to do whatever you want to a cow is right here. So the head gate is a couple different devices. Number one, it allows you to open it up so that they can come all the way through. If you don't need them but you want to let them out and just have a free run, then you can let them out that way. The awesome thing about this is there's locking mechanisms up at the top. And so if you want to work the cows by yourself, this is what they call an automatic head gate. In other words, once they come in here and their shoulders push on this, it'll lock them in place. And so you don't have to necessarily be up at the front controlling the head gate. The other fun piece about this is this device here. And this is used in the event that the cow is acting out of sorts. You simply put this under their neckline and you're able to push up and it kind of locks them in place so that they're not able, again, to writhe around or to thrash or whatever verb we want to use. It holds them where they need to be. And sometimes we've had to do this if they're not behaving the way they should. The next piece is the squeeze. This is the part of the squeeze chute that's able to keep the cows very calm. Just as simple as that. When you put the squeeze on the cow, it usually comforts them and it keeps them nice and calm. And you can do a lot of things in there that they'll just stand there because it's almost like getting a nice warm hug. You just don't want to move. And that's the way a cow feels when they're getting squeezed in there. You don't want to do it so hard that they can't breathe, but snug. All right, the next piece is the side. The side is the apparatus, if you will, where you are able to let them down in order to have control or better access to the cow. So they usually come with multiple sections so that you can get to the rear end, you can get to the hips, you can get to the ribs, you can get to the shoulder area. And all of this is necessary for doing shots, for checking bloat, for checking the underside of the cow, also the hind end if you have to do temperature checks. The next piece is down here, and this is where we have access to the feet of the cows. And by being able to flip this side down, you're able to reach into the feet carefully, of course, but even if they don't act right or they don't want you to be touching them, which normally they're okay because they're comfortable in this chute, you can take a rope, put it up above, grab a hold of the foot and kind of hoist it up. So many different access points to be able to treat your animal from head to toe, top to bottom. Okay, so you may be looking at these handles and thinking, what are the handles for? And so these are the last two pieces to this squeeze chute that I wanted to show you. This long one is not used too often, but it's basically to give you access on that side and the whole side opens up. And this is used to pull it back and latch it. But what I really wanted to focus on more was what we use every single time that the cow comes into the squeeze chute, and that is this handle. And as I said, these are set up so that you can work the cattle even if you have to do it by yourself. And so by pulling on this, you will see the tailgate will open. The cool thing about this rope is it's long enough to be able to hook it on there and work them cattle in there. And like I said, when the head goes into the head gate, because it's automatic, it'll lock them in place. So I don't have to worry about them backing out. And that's what this is for, so that they don't back out and try to leave. Without any further delay, let's get our test subjects, the bull, Solomon, and the yearling. And so you can see the two different sizes and how useful this tool is. They're over there, and we're going to get them up in here using one of my favorite ways, which is the cattle cube. So I will shake the bucket, and let's watch the two of them. They should come right up into the chute area, and then we'll lock them in, and then I'll start showing you how this thing works. Let's go. Titus, no. Titus, sit, stay. There you go, that's a girl. You can see the size difference of Solomon. He's probably about 1,500 to 1,700 pounds, whereas this yearling, I would say she's probably about 800 pounds or so. And the reason why I wanted to use Solomon as an example is because of his size and how big he is. To be able to control him is near impossible. As I shared with one of my other videos, the best way to control any of the cows is by getting the treats. And you can see now all the other cows are starting to come up now because they hear the bucket. They're making their way. Maybe I see. Okay, so it was unplanned, but she just walked up in there, so that's good that she's comfortable enough to walk into the chute. We want her to have a good experience. And so as I said, this squeezing action will actually calm her. So you'll see by setting that in place, she'll calm down. Now look at her. She's still. The only thing that's going to cause her to get a little scared is if she sees the dog, which he's right here. So we're going to actually get him out of there. Yeah. Stay. Stay. Good boy. Stay. So, in her mind, he's a predator. Okay, but now you can see that I have full control over her. So if I want to check her teeth, I can check her teeth. If I want to check her ears, I now can check her ears. And you can see she's relatively calm. And so this is the smaller of the two, but I have full control over her to do whatever I need to do to her. And so this is how we have control, and we'll brand them, vaccinate them if there's some kind of vaccination that we have to give to them, wormer. If we have to check the temperature, we can do that from around the back end. And you can see right now, the tailgate is actually not in place. It is still up, but because we have her locked down, she's good to go. Now, one thing that you'll see about cows is important. When you release them, what you want is for them to be nice and calm and to walk out gently. If they've walked out gently, then they've had a good experience. So we're going to let her tell us whether or not she had a good experience. See, that's what you want. A nice, calm cow. She's not nervous. She's not worked up. She's not running. What she is looking for is the cow cubes that are over there behind me. No, thank you. So we'll go ahead and give her one, a lot like a dog, as a treat. So she did a good job. So we're going to turn her out so she can go do what she needs to do. And let's get this bull in here and see how we can control this mammoth. Actually, what we'll do is I'll shake the bucket and see if I can get him to walk all the way up in here. Don't make me look bad on TV now. Come on, Titus. Come on, Titus. Come around, Titus. No. Come on, Titus. Come on, Titus. Titus. Come on, you gotta help me, dude. Oh my goodness. Come on. All right, this is a joke to him. All right. Come on. Good. Come on. All right. I don't know. Well, we tried everything we could to get this old boy in the squeeze chute, and sometimes you just can't. That's homesteading. That's cattle life. If I had more hands to help me get him up in the chute, we would have had him. But look, with a bull, sometimes it just doesn't happen. So there's always tomorrow. I'm going to put a link in the description below for someone that we look to teach us about cattle, and it's all through YouTube. There's a lady by the name of Temple Grandin. I encourage you, if you work with cattle, go check her material out. She is extremely, extremely intelligent, and as a matter of fact, she is one of the leading developers of cattle equipment to get them to move how you need them to move. You can see he's content being right here, and that's a bull. Sometimes they just don't move if they don't want, even if the dog is after them. So he got out of it today. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I love working with cattle, and I encourage you that if you're going to have cattle, make sure you have the right tools to get the job done the right way. And this cattle chute is a huge tool on this farm. You can do it other ways, and people have, and I've had to do corral panels to squeeze longhorns because they don't fit through chutes like that. You have to be creative, but this tool is extremely helpful to us on our farm, on our ranch. And so please take this, share it with people. Don't forget to like it, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, hit that notification bell, and don't forget that subscriptions cost you nothing but help us grow our channel. So thanks again. Hey, Who likes well-behaved bulls to get in the chute when we need them to? Farmers do. Until next time, peace. I think I swallowed a bug. Okay. If I knew how to use it right.
Let's say 5-minute take of you trying to put that back.
All right, go. Nope. Nope.
Anything else? No?
Should I climb on his back?
No.
How awesome this tool is and how necessary it is on the Take two.
Yep.
Come on. Who wants to be a bull rider? Farmers do. No, I'm kidding. No, farmers do not.